Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard. Welcome back. Welcome home, depending on, of course, where you are in relation to your journey with this channel. In any case, let's talk about what is up this week. This week being Monday, the 5th of July through the 11th of July, 2021. This week we have some very notable Venus transits and a new moon in Cancer. So how do those things relate? First of all, let's talk about the week, and then we'll talk about those. So we are coming out of the week with a Taurus moon. That is lovely and yummy. And on Monday, we're going to look at the Sun in Cancer, sextiling Uranus, also in Taurus, right? And also Venus sextiling the North Node, right? So we're talking about change, self-change, change in identity, change in image, change in the way you believe yourself to be, right? So the power to rewrite your own story. And with Venus sextiling the North Node, right, this adds a depth and breadth to this concept of home as your destiny, right? And that's a pretty big deal. And so what we're really looking at is all possibility, right? Every idea, rule nothing out. And as that moon aspects Neptune and Pluto, right, we're talking about feeling into your deepest depths. And then the moon changes signs into Gemini. Again, opening more potential, right? Gemini being that sign of all potential, pure potential, every eventuality, squaring Jupiter, right? So how are you going to expand into that destiny? How are you going to create yourself as the one who may walk the path? I mean, that's a beautiful way to start a week, honestly, let's be fair. On Tuesday, Mercury, still in Gemini, squares Neptune, right? And then later on in the day, Venus, again, right, opposes Saturn. So we're talking about how can you practically manifest, right? Remember, please, that Neptune is in retrograde, so we're not talking about veiled energy. We're talking about looking at things in the lens, through the filter of, as your own subconscious. So you might find that you are able to speak some truths that were previously stuck in your throat. Also, the moon makes some aspects to Jupiter and Venus and Saturn and Chiron. So what we're talking about on Tuesday really is a day of manifestation, right? Practically creating an action plan, right? And then with Venus and the moon doing all of those beautiful dance moves, we're talking about speaking into and from and as and through and with and for your heart, right? Practically creating from all of those aspects. Woo, that was exciting. On Wednesday, Venus again trines Chiron. Big deal. And then that moon is going to sextile Mars in Leo and square Neptune. And then, hello. And then conjunct Mercury. And in conjunct Pluto. So again, we're talking about shedding light on our feelings and really being able to witness them in terms of how may I best communicate this. And that's a big deal, right? So this is a day about healing, right? Bringing your healing to light in big ways, right? We're talking about Leo Venus, Leo Mars, right? This is adoration. Right? This is what feels good, right? Leo Venus, Leo Mars, right? We are not, I just wanted to say Bruno Mars for some reason. I don't know why. But Leo Venus, Leo Mars, right? This is up in your game, right? This is creating from the depths of your fire, right? This is allowing your juice to be your creation, and just getting out of the way for whatever wants to light up and whatever wants to light you up, right? Who can argue? On Thursday, Mercury is going to be in conjunct Pluto, which of course is retrograde in Capricorn. And Venus, again, Venus square Uranus, right? And then the moon moves into Cancer and then trines Jupiter. So this is another day of feelings, right? But this is a day, ooh, look at that. This is a day where you're going to really be in awareness of depth versus shallowness, right? And the challenge for you is going to be if your head and your heart are misaligned, right? Venus square Uranus, you might learn something as it comes out of your mouth, right? A thing that you didn't really previously understand about what feels like home, where your true feelings lie, where your true passions reside, where your heart is met for exactly what it is, right? That's that sense of home and recognition and comfort and being welcomed, right? That is what home is about. And so if you've been doing that healing, here's the deal. If you've been doing that healing or if you haven't, you are going to feel it very distinctly and very potently through all of those interactions, Mercury and Pluto and Venus and Uranus and the moon and Jupiter, right? These are all about where are you in alignment and where are you out of it? And either way, you're going to feel it. On Friday, we have a beautiful, beautiful new moon Friday evening in Cancer, 18 degrees Cancer. The moon makes aspects to Saturn and Chiron and Uranus, right? So this is, new moons are all about beginnings, inceptions, right? It is all about new starts, right? Ways to mindfully and choosingly experience a new thing, a new way. And in Cancer, that is about roots, tribe, origin, right? Family, home. And please remember that as you set your intentions, you're going to want to be mindful of that aspect, right? These are intentions about the way you choose your home, your feelings of home, especially coming out of that day of Thursday, you know, where we're talking about, depth versus shallowness, right? What are you intending? What are you choosing for yourself? On Saturday, the moon, of course, is still in Cancer, makes several different aspects, trining Neptune, opposing Pluto, and then the moon moves into Leo and in conjunct Jupiter, right? So those last Cancer aspects will be raw, right? Neptune and Pluto from the depths, from the power of your subconscious, right? How are you feeling those things? How are you in receptivity of those? How brave are you when it comes to your heart? And then, holy cow, the moon moves into Leo, right? And just explodes in conjunct Jupiter and Pisces. So this is about new paradigms, right? This is about supporting those new paradigms. And if you've been plumbing the depths, right, it's about expansion in kind of an exponential way. Yeah. It's about allowing for those explosions, right, to take place. What a beautiful way to finish up a 4th of July week, right? And then on Sunday, Mercury moves into Cancer. Okay, we just talked about that shift from a Cancer moon to a Leo moon and the distinction, right, with that new moon in Cancer. So as Sunday rolls around, you're going to begin to be an expression of all of those ways you are intending to shift and change your life. So that Leo moon will be opposed to Saturn and trining Chiron and squaring Uranus, and also Mercury moves into Cancer. So this is about communication from your inner heart, right? It's about slowing down your communication, making it more secure, with deeper roots, deeper sense of home and family, right? How can we make it more pragmatic, right? How can we forge deeper connections? How can we speak through our healing, or speak as our healing in all those ways that we're being called to shift, right? That's beautiful, a beautiful way to end the week. So let's talk, right, shall we? So on Monday, we've got the 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, right? So this is the day we're talking about destiny, home, really creating from your depths, and how change is possible. 3 of Pentacles is about what can we create together. And the 10 of Cups is, holy cow, wow, look what we did, right? Look at this magic. This is having done all the things. Look, we are in emotional fullness. Right? And so this is about a sense of togetherness, having created, look what we are reaping. This is the sense of, you know, legacy and how you live your life, right? In day-to-day fashion with the rest of the world. And so if we're talking about that day, you're going to really be in awareness of creating and shifting and shaping your destiny, your sense of home, right? Don't be afraid to find all of those new ways, right, to create change and possibility so that you can expand into those energies, right? Our dreams are only as big as we allow them to be, and we can only step as far as that next step, right? So you have to dream it and step in, and dream it and step in, and dream it and step in. That's what we're being asked to do. So then on Tuesday, right, we've got Mercury squaring Neptune and Venus opposing Saturn, right? This is the day we're talking about manifesting and really speaking from your heart. So here's the deal. We've got the Queen of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. So we talk about the Queen of Pentacles as being the embodiment, right, of how we are resourced, or how we are in receivership of our resources, right? What can I manifest? What can I manifest? Well, I can manifest anything that I want to if I'm out of my own way, right? 5 of Wands is that energy of posturing, right? It's that energy of perhaps conflicting ideas, or being in your own way, or just not being in flow, or arguing to argue, right? And so as we're experiencing that option, right, to speak from your heart or not, this is just a reminder. How can I do that? How can I best be in my state of resourceness? How can I not be fighting against what's being offered? How am I in alignment? How am I in allowance? How am I in flow? How do I know that my abundance can get to me? Where am I blocking it? Let's figure that out so that we can so that we can realign it, right? On Wednesday, this is the day that Venus trines Chiron, right? And we have all of those big moon aspects, right? We're talking about sextiling Mars and squaring Neptune, right? So very much shining light on your feelings. So we have the 6 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. So this is about healing, right? Again, we talked about Leo Mars and Leo Venus, right? These are powerful energies. So you can balance them, right? Mars and Venus, this is he and she, this is a polarity kind of energy. So are you in balance? You're fully resourced. Are you still fighting it, right? Are you fibbing to yourself, right? Go with what feels good, right? We talked about that. Allowing your healing. As Venus trines Chiron, you have an opportunity to bring to light those ways in which you've done the work, right? And if you do that, then there is no sense of self-deception. If you've made those choices, then there is no sense of looking back in regret. But if you haven't, then you're going to be stuck in this kind of energy. choices, right? On Thursday, we talked about this is that day of feelings, right? Deep versus shallow. And if you've been doing the work, then you're going to be in receivership of some big blessings. And if you haven't, then you're going to be feeling those consequences, right? With that Venus square Uranus, again, we talked about perhaps coming up against some hard truths that you haven't been looking at. So on Thursday, we've got strength, right, and the Page of Pentacles. Remember that the moon is also moving into Cancer. So strength is about taming the beast, right? It's about moving in faith and understanding that you have the power to befriend any of this nonsense, right? And simply by befriending, all of those threats are yours to vanquish. The Page of Pentacles brings you that reminder. Yes, in fact, you are fully resourced. Yes, you have all the balancing power you want. Yes, you have all the collaboration that you require, right? You don't have to look anywhere else but within. So, it's a great place to look, especially with Mercury being aspecting Pluto, right, in conjunct Pluto, and Venus squaring Uranus. Find that place and shift it. You have that power. Friday, this is our beautiful new moon. Fascinating, right? So this is a Cancer new moon, okay? So we're talking about this beautiful Four of Swords restorative kind of energy, right? Cancer, quiet, internal, right? New beginnings. And then look, we've got the Tower saying this is a new beginning. Don't be afraid to blow that old crap up. And build new foundations, right? You get to, from this wreckage, from this, from all these stones, you get to build something brand new, right? What have you learned, right? 3, we like to break them down. 3 of Swords is about heartbreak, loss. It's about struggle and heartbreak and sorrow. And that sword is about a new idea. How has this destructive, cataclysmic, Shiva kind of energy given you new insight, right? What has it taught you about what you want to create? What has it taught you about what you are and what you have within? Well, guess what? Those are things that I should hope that everyone is learning, right? And the best is you get to build a whole brand new sense of home on any level. On any level. Take it, leave it. Yours is the choice. On Saturday, right, we've got this beautiful Cancer moon making all of these deep aspects to Neptune and Pisces, or Neptune and Pluto. So we talked about Ra from the depths, right? Ra and from the depths. So we have celebration, and we've got this offering, a brand new way to feel. Cancer moon. Are you happy with your paradigm? Would you like a new one? Right? Would you? And then the moon moves into Leo and goes in conjunct with Jupiter and Pisces. Are you going to get in your way? Like, right? That Leo moon can very easily get in your way if you listen to the blah, blah, blah. Right? If you're not walking that path of healed, if you're not walking that path of awareness, if you're not taking the time to really be in alignment, right, with what a thing looks like versus what it feels like. Be in alignment, right? Your new paradigms are supported as long as they're the coming up from the depths, right? Rooted, right? And then on Sunday, we're talking about Mercury moving into Cancer and that Leo moon opposing Saturn and squaring Chiron and, trining Chiron, squaring Uranus, right? Internal communication, deeper, slower, more rooted, more pragmatic, forging brand new connections, right? Working from your healing, being called to shift. So we have, again, 2 of Pentacles. We got a whole lot of Pentacles, a whole lot of resourcedness here. And we know very well that that's what's in your hand and what's in your heart. It's what's in your bank account. It's what's in your self-worth account, right? And we have the 8 of Wands. This is about forward motion. This is forward motion on your healing, right? What are we leaving behind? What kind of emotional nonsense are we leaving behind for the knowledge that we have this, right? We can juggle and manage perfectly in the moment, no matter what. And we can move forward in that energy all the time, right? More secure, deeper, all the way, right? All the way. So let's talk. We have this beautiful number 50. Let's look and see what this means. I love it. It's beautiful. It's so very mermaidy and yummy. Oh, look at that. Okay. Curiosity, comparisons. We are driven at first by curiosity to consider alternatives to our present circumstances. The grass appears to be greener on the other side of the fence. Right? All this nonsense. It appears to be greener on the other side of the fence, or so we believe. And so it is with this visual take on the Little Mermaid. Oh, I love that. The glass sphere provides her with a means of briefly experiencing another world, much like a vacation away from home or a brief foray into a different lifestyle. The experience can prove to be intoxicating. It may turn out to be something that leaves us discontent, or it may provide the impetus to move on and make such changes permanent. But we should be wary and consider carefully whether we truly belong in this new environment. We should try to judge it for what it would be in reality. The attraction and appeal of those brief encounters may not survive a lengthier commitment. One of the most tragic things I know about human nature is that all of us tend to put off living. We're all dreaming of some magical rose garden over the horizon instead of enjoying the roses that are blooming outside our own windows. A quote from Dale Carnegie, right? So, what is your destiny? What is in your life? What are you in the process of creating? And how are you supported in those creations? Well, guess what? You get to step out of nonlinear time, right? You do. And here's the thing. If you can put down all of your nonsense, and if you can put down all of your unhealedness, right? If you can really try and lean into what is being offered to you in terms of what's there, right? And not worry about what might not be there. Just be present in your own heart, in your own awareness, and know, right? This is big earth energy. We've got that Taurus moon going out this week, and then we've got a whole bunch of fire, right? So don't let your impulsivity get in the way of what you're building, right? Keep your eye on this one. Keep your eye on this one. Keep your eye on this one, all right? Feel into those. Feel into those, especially at this moment, right? When things feel shaky underfoot, when you feel, right, this way or this way. Don't look back. Don't look back. Look at what you're building. Look at where you're going, not where you've been. Why? Because nonlinear time is driving this, right? The where you are. The fact that you can see all of these potentials and you can be in creation and manifestation of whatever you choose, but you have to know what it is that you're choosing. How do you know? How do you know? That's how you know. New moon, Cancer. Intentions. What feels like home? explode anything that doesn't, right? Knowing that you have the power to rebuild it, always. We will talk again with the new moon. We'll also talk when Mercury goes into Cancer. Coming up next week, Chiron goes retrograde, and we have a Sun-Pluto opposition. That will kind of loop back those shifts and changes from here. So be really clear in your intentions. Be really clear in what you're creating. Be really clear in your concept of home and how it relates to yourself. What do you want to feel as home, in home, through home, right? Where is your heart in relation? And where is your power of manifestation? And what are you willing to give up in order to transform into those things, into that embodiment, right? Big blessings, guys. Talk to you soon.